Good evening, Mr. Bond fans, and welcome once again, or should that be good morning? Yes, today is the day that I attend Secret Cinema Casino Royale. For those of you who don't know, Secret Cinema is a completely immersive cinematic experience. So you kinda have to get into a character, and for this particular screening, I am an undercover agent, Jasper Blake. Do you like my really crappy home-printed business cards? I am a media mogul working at the Carver Media Group. Before this evening, when the event takes place, there are a couple of things going on with other Bond social media people, YouTubers, Instagrammers, Twitterers, podcasters, and so I'm just about to head off to a lunch with a bunch of those guys now. Let's go! So with my suit bag in tow, I hopped on a tube to the venue where I met up with all the other Bond folks, and here they are! So I'd met Mark and AJ before, but everyone else I was meeting in person for the first time, and it was pretty amazing and quite awesome to be able to, hug David from the Bond Experience, and shake the hand of Tom from James Bond Radio, have ice cream with Anders from Sweden with Love. I mean, I was already insanely hyped for this day, and meeting all these guys was just such a geek out moment for me, and the geeking out continued as, after, meeting and greeting people, there was a little presentation from a couple of the guys behind the creation of Secret Cinema Casino Royale, and I was able to grab them for a few questions afterwards. Now, before I play this, I'd like to apologise for the audio quality here, as well as for my incredibly awkward appearance throughout. I swear to you, this isn't the first time I've left my flat. I left it once before to attend the Cue the Music show. So I guess the first question is, there are so many Bond films to choose from. Was Casino Royale always, the sure bet, or was there some deliberation involved with deciding on that?
I think Casino Royale lends itself perfectly for secret cinema. We always try to find a film, a title, where the audience can be part of the story. Yeah, and taking James Bond, one of the world's biggest titles and franchises. So what we wanted to do was create an experience in the build-up to the start of the film. Now, Casino Royale takes Bond right back to the beginning. Yeah, the origin of the creation of the legend of James Bond, which means the audience can use that as a vessel to be placed in the heart of the narrative, doing the journey, the same journey as Bond does to the start of the film, stitching it perfectly together.
With the whole experience, because I know you guys talked about how intricate the pre-film experience is, and then there's a lot of theatrics around the film itself. Mm-hmm. Is there an element that is more difficult than the other? Do you have to put all of your effort into making sure that people aren't disappointed when they have to stop their experience and then sit down and watch a film that they may have already seen?
Both equally as challenging and rewarding. So obviously with the film, it's technical heavy, where we have the film, we have moving parts, we have pyrotechnics, we have actors, we have time code, and so the actors are synced in with the film. That obviously takes time, and you have all the tech things like light, sound, video, and then obviously in the world, in the show, you have 1,500 audience and 50 actors moving simultaneously again to a time. So both equally challenging, but both equally rewarding.
And my last question is, obviously this is Casino Royale, I'm guessing there's going to be some casino element in there. Do you have a gambling license, and can I gamble in there?
We don't need a gambling license.
Really?
Poker is a skill, not gambling.
Interesting.
And there'll be lots of money flowing around, but it won't be real money.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good workaround.
Yeah, so you're a poker player?
Well, tonight I will be,
Good
if
answer.
the opportunity comes up. Just checking in, we are at the pub for the pre-Secret Cinema lunch. We just had Q&As with a couple of the creative geniuses behind tonight. I'm here with Alan, whose voice you might know, but you might not know his face.
From Diminishing Returns.
Yeah.
The podcast that everyone listens to.
Yeah, the guy who slagged off 13 Bond films is...
Goldfinger's fine.
Oh, Goldfinger's fine. Goldfinger's fine. We don't know if Casino Royale is fine, but I guess we'll find out tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Judging from the talk these guys gave, they were really bigging it up and talking a big game, so I hope they managed to pull it off in the way that they say it.
So yeah, next time you see us, we will probably be all suited up and ready to go.
We're going to get changed in the toilet.
Yeah, very classy, very Bondian. So after all that, we were gifted our MI6 mission control kits. These are what you can buy on the Secret Cinema site, and they provide you with a few key things to assist you on your mission during the night, including a rather fetching pocket square, and I'll probably end up just using this for non-Bond related smart attire things. I really love this design. Then there's also a business card, which may well assist you on your mission if you choose to do so. There are 3 playing cards. Now, I got a 10, a jack, and an ace, but I compared with some other folks who were there who also got their packs, and they had different cards from me, so I don't know if it's entirely random, but yeah, you may or may not have different cards to what I got if you get your own. And then there's this really nice quality poker chip with Casino Royale printed on it, and also a lapel pin. When you go into Secret Cinema, you're assigned a colour, and that's why all of these things are purple, and we're actually on the gold team, but they didn't have any gold kits left, so we got purple, which is my favourite colour, and these are great souvenirs, so I wasn't complaining. Nor was I complaining about the ice cream pit stop that myself, Alan, Mark, AJ, and Anders took once we got changed and had some time to kill.
So we are just out of the presentation, we're all suited, and we're having a little ice cream break before we get going. Everyone's there? We're all big kids at heart.
So that was all the build-up. Now it's time for the show.
Heading up to the Casino Royale right now after a little bit of libation at the pub. So yeah, we'll see what it's like when we get in. There's no phones allowed, so I won't be able to video anything. How are you feeling, Alan?
Oh, I'm very excited. This is huge. But yeah, we're getting the red carpet treatment here.
It's not technically carpet either, it's paint.
Yes.
It's paint on concrete. We just received our mission briefing from a very lovely lady over there with some flowers. Alan, who are you looking for? That's correct, yes. And we need to obtain his and then we need to take that.
What's your alternate identity for this mission?
Well, funny you should ask, Alan. I'm Jasper Blake, and I am CEO of the Carver Media Group. We do not talk about Elliot since '97, but now I'm in charge. Alan, what about you?
I'm Joris Bonson, an MP. I'm Judas Beach.
Ah, brilliant. Okay.
I am also technically in the media, but I mostly just live off my father's money, and I haven't actually done a day's work in my life. I give to charity though.
Ah, which ones?
The cat ones, mostly just cats.
And so, now we are going to enter the Casino Royale. Who's that? Hey! Hello! Who is that?
Hi guys.
Who are you?
You're Mr. Jan Barnaby. Thanks for coming.
Ah, Mr. Jan Barnaby. Did you get the mission briefing as well?
I think it's in here.
Oh yeah, we have
I thought there were
envelopes.
for drinking. Is it for the martinis or not?
It might be for martinis, it might be for gambling, it might be for the mission, who knows?
Maybe for girls. Girls? Home girls, where are they? You should find home girls.
We need to head inside and then we might find them.
Start the mission. Let's kick this mission.
And in we went. So, as I said, there are no cameras allowed inside, and what you're seeing here is going to be some of the promotional stills from Secret Cinema, not images taken by myself. Your phone gets put in a little lockable pouch when you get in, and you carry it around with you, and you can access it by going outside to the smoking area, but that's it. So, the thing that you're all dying to hear about. Yes, Alan did enjoy the movie very much and rates it along with Goldfinger as films in the series he actually likes. So, woohoo for that. Now, to talk about the experience itself, it was unlike anything I thought I would ever be able to experience in reality. It's as close to a Westworld James Bond land as we're ever going to get. It was such an amazing experience, and I mean, it's very much up to you what you do when you're in there. You do have missions and tasks to perform and people to seek out if you choose to do so, if you're into that, or if you're not, you can always just kind of wander around, and there are bars to sit in, places to eat, there are card games to play, events to watch, and I mean, you certainly won't be bored if you don't engage with the story, but that would be something of a waste, as getting really engaged with the story is exactly what I did and what everyone else in the group did, and maybe someday I'll upload a video talking about everything that I actually did in detail, but I don't want to spoil the experience for anyone who's going to go by revealing many specifics. Suffice it to say, I very much went into character with this, and I feel like I was very much rewarded for doing so. I was talking to lots of people, I was very much involved in the story and trying to complete my mission, which I ultimately did, hooray. Now, the thing that kinda did disappoint me on the day was that, I mean, look, when I play video games, I'm 100% kind of guy. I want to achieve everything and do everything and see everything, and it's actually impossible to do that with Casino Royale Secret Cinema unless you go maybe like 20 plus times. There is so much going on and so many stories going on that once you're on your track, on your specific mission line as it were, that's pretty much your story and your experience, and which will be very different to someone else's experience, and that's kind of what makes the whole thing so fantastic. I mean, everyone who was there from the Bond group had such a wildly different experience before the film screening itself. And that's fantastic, like the amount of effort that goes into creating the story for this. I mean, I can't even begin to imagine where you would begin scripting something as vast as this. My only problem was that I wanted to do all of it, and you kind of just can't, and that's just the very nature of the beast. But I got over that very quickly. I mean, and the pace of the action is really great and keeps you nicely hooked throughout. You're always sort of like trying to find someone who's giving you a clue to go and find someone else, and then do this and get this thing and get this code and blah blah blah. And for all Bond geeks, like for all the Bond geeks like us, there are so many Easter eggs and nice little things for fans to spot. And I got chatting with some other folks who were there, and they weren't even really big Bond fans. They weren't with our group, but they were loving it. They'd like seen Casino Royale like maybe 10 years ago, but they were still really excited to be engaging in this living Bond world, and that was a big part of the excitement for me too, seeing so many people all experiencing a James Bond universe together with such wildly different relationships with the character and with the film. And the experience of watching the film was so fantastic. And again, I don't want to spoil anything, but there are things that happen during the screening of the film that are unlike any other screening experience of Casino Royale that you will ever have, and I guess I'll leave it at that. But again, the audience reaction was just so good. By this point, most people had had a martini or two. I'd had 5, and having a good time. And so the film watching itself felt kind of like a party. People are laughing and clapping and cheering, and it's so fun to be a part of the crowd when Bond spins around on screen and blood trickles down and the "You Know My Name" theme starts to play and everyone starts hollering, and it's almost an emotional experience for a Bond geek to see that kind of reaction to a film that so many of us love and adore. And I'd absolutely love for one day Secret Cinema to give a similar treatment to a Ken Adam designed Bond movie. That would be truly epic. But Casino Royale really is a perfect film for this experience. So that was my experience with Secret Cinema Casino Royale, and it's something I'll never forget. I'm going again in about a month or so, and I'm really, it's good for me anyway to be going a second time, because now that I kind of know what to expect, I've got a bit of a game plan this time, and maybe I'll put up another video talking about my second experience somewhere down the line. But if you've attended, please do let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And again, try to keep spoilers to a minimum for people who are still, gonna go. But yeah, and also you can, find my Twitter and Facebook links down below. And until next time, Bond fans, so long for now.